Hi, I'm Matt, and I'm the Director of Global Business Development here at Karma. And today I'm excited to introduce our brand new global pediatric positioning chair, the Flexx Adapt. Now, the Flexx Adapt is a chair that is packed full of features, but today I'd like to start off with two main ones that really set this chair apart from the competition. So we'll tilt this back here, and we'll take a look underneath. You'll see there are two different pistons here, and these work together to make up our shock-absorbing seating system. Now, what this does is twofold. First, it'll reduce the amount of sudden movements that occur when moving from an upright seated position to a tilted position. And for the user, that creates a lot more of a safer, confident position change. And then for the attendant, these will actually aid that transition as well. So you're not just using all of your strength against gravity, these will help you move the chair between the two positions. Now, this is a standard patented feature, so whenever you buy the Flexx Adapt, you're getting the shock absorbing seating system. Now, we'll move back up and take a look at the back, the second star feature. That is the dynamic backrest. Now, dynamic backrest is used whenever the child has a high level of tone and is either exerting constant pressure or just rocking back and forth and hitting the back of the chair. In a normal circumstance, that could injure the user or it could damage the chair. Well, the dynamic seating system will actually compensate for that
by moving the backrest back slightly. As you'll see, this is moving down along with the force of the user's movements against the backrest.
And this is available in 3 different levels of resistance. So whatever weight the child is, this is going to suit that. So this will go all the way up to 75 kilograms, which is the weight capacity of this chair. It's about 165 pounds. So anywhere from 0 to 75, we have a different level of dynamic backrest for that. Now, this is an optional feature, but if you do go for it, you'll have all that protection. Plus, we have a really nice feature where if you just turn it that way, it becomes a fixed backrest. So that's actually the patented portion of it, this quick adjustment. All right, so we'll come back and go over everything in detail now. This is a traditional stroller style handle in the back, very comfortable and ergonomic. We can adjust these buttons here for a taller person like me, or move them down for a shorter person down here. Coming back, we have 2 levers here, and these are going to be the positioning changes. So the blue on the left is going to be for tilting. So every Flexx Adapt by standard has 45 degrees of tilt in space. And then the orange lever here on the right is for recline. Now, recline is optional. You don't have to go for this, but if you do, you'll get 40 degrees of recline. So when you combine that with the tilts, you have a really comfortable position that you can come back to. If you don't go for this optional recline, you still have 20 degrees of tool adjustment recline. So we can start from 90 degree upright down to 100 and 110. There's 3 positions. Moving down the stroller handle, we have 2 dual attendant brakes. So these will lock the drum brakes inside of the wheel. We'll go over those a little later. And so if you want to slow or stop the chair, you just depress the brakes. And if you'd like to lock it in place, you can press the silver button here to lock it and release, and it will remain locked. And you'll just squeeze again to unlock. Okay. So now moving down the chair, we have the headrest. We have a couple of different options. You'll see this is the optional adjustable headrest. We also have a standard contoured one. So the contoured one has a natural curve, it's a slight curve, and then it has this dual density foam. For the adjustable one, we actually have a couple points of adjustment within the headrest itself. So I have another sample here that's been loosened up. There are 2 points of adjustment that can give you whatever curvature you want. Now, whether you go for the contoured or the adjustable, you will get this adjustable headrest support. So there are 3 points of adjustment here. These 2 will allow you to adjust the height and depth of the headrest. And then additionally, there is a ball joint here, so you can really fine-tune the angle for the user. So whatever kind of position you need for the head, this can generally take care of it. We can also rotate this, so you can get any kind of offset position if you need to. All right, moving down, we have the backrest and the seating surface. Now these are optional. These are our backrest cushion and seat cushion. This is a dual density foam covered in Dartex. Dartex is a medical fabric which has a nice level of stretch. It's also breathable and fluid resistance. So you have a really nice combination of features. We also have this reflectable material on here, which is for safety. Seat is the same. Now with our standard backrest plate and seating surface, we have built-in width adjustment. So the Flexx Adapt will grow with the child. With one frame, we can go from 25.5 all the way up to 35.5 centimeters. That's 10 to 14 inches of width adjustment with one frame. For the depth, we have from 23 to 38 centimeters. Now we have two levels of adjustment. The first is by moving this backrest back along this rail. And then the second, we have this support from the back post to the backrest, which has about 5 centimeters or 2 inches here. Now by using this fine adjustment, it's a little bit faster and you can create an angle in the backrest. So for more of a complex case, you could move the angle from the seat to the back this way, or you could do a angle this way. Now, if you didn't want to use our back plate, these are also standard 1-inch seat tubes, so it'll be compatible with most of the third-party seating systems on the market.
Now, the last thing I want to show you, here on the backrest, you'll notice there are a lot of cutouts. Now, yes, part of that is to reduce the weight of the chair. Another reason is that we have compatibility with a bunch of different supports. So, you'll see optional backpack hooks up here.
Go into these slots. We also have these slots down here, which will allow you to include different side supports. So we have a few examples back here. And like our headrest, these side supports have several points of adjustment within them. So you could just loosen and tighten these where you need to, and then get the exact position you need, and then move up and down along the backrest. And when you're transferring out of the chair, so you'll tighten these up to lock the position for the user, but then when you transfer out, you'll just press this button and it'll save the position for you. So when the child gets back in the chair, all you have to do is press the button again and then move it back. It'll be locked into where it was before. Looking here on the seat surface, we have a very similar concept with our seat rails. So we can have hip supports or thigh supports here, all the way up to the lateral knee supports down here. So we have a few different pad options. So we have a short version and a long version, or if you wanted to have a longer support surface, we have a dual one, which has a short pad and a long pad. At the front of the seating surface, we also have a space for a medial knee support or pommel. And again, this is full of adjustments, so we can move this up and down, as well as underneath here, we can adjust the depth. And we also have a level of depth adjustment here by plugging this into the chair. And the same thing as with those supports, we have this push button. So once you set the position initially and you want to transfer out, you would just press this button and then move it down and up. Then coming back, bring it back, it's exactly where it was before. All right, moving down here to the footrest. This is equipped with the standard 80-degree footrest. We also have a 90-degree, which will go straight down, and then an elevating footrest as well. We have plastic or metal foot plates available. Both of them will have several different holes here, which allow you to really fine-tune the position of the foot plate. We can also adjust the angle, so we can go this way or forward and back. And then of course the height, we can move these up and down along the footrest. For our securement, we have these slots which allow you to do toe straps or heel loops. And then we also have an optional calf strap here. Now these do swing away also. For the armrests, these are height adjustable. We also have a contoured version here as standard. We also have a shorter version and a narrow version if those are more beneficial. Moving down to the wheels, this is an 8-inch caster, 6-inch is the other option, and we have a couple of holes here. So depending on which size you use and which hole position, we can achieve between 43 and 48 centimeters from the floor to the front of the seat. So that's about 17 to 19 inches. And then regardless of which size you go for it in the front, we have a 16-inch rear wheel. Now, both of these are going to be a solid polyurethane material. So polyurethane does have some give, so it's a little more comfortable than a traditional solid tire, but it is in fact solid, so it's very durable. We have push to lock wheel locks here if you wanted to lock the chair that way. As I mentioned before, we can also lock it from up here. This just gives you another option. And then these rear wheels also have a quick release axle. So all you need to do is just press this in and then remove it. And then under here, you can see this is the drum brake. Now drum brakes are a little better in my opinion than these standard wheel locks, because instead of pushing against one point of the tire, these drum brakes will expand inside the hub, so it gives you full all-around stopping power. It's stronger than that kind of brake, and it's also protected from the elements. So you're not going to have water, dust, mud getting in here, so you're going to have an even stopping power no matter what. All right. Finally, in the back, we have anti-tippers. These anti-tippers are length adjustable depending on which seat height you have. You want to move it back if you have a higher seat to adjust the level at which the chair will hit the ground. And then these are also swing away. You just press the button here and you can bring it up if you plan on going up some kind of curb or step. Okay. The Flexx Adapt is also crash tested according to ISO 7176-19. So by using the tie-down straps inside of a motor vehicle, this can be used as a seat. All right, now we also have 3 colors available for the Flexx Adapt. You see the pink here and the apple green. We also have the flat black. It's more of a traditional style. And then we have a couple of different accessories. We've gone through all the different supports. We also have this table here, which is very nice. So this table will swing away. You can lift it up and move it to the side of the chair if you need to. Bring it back up. Looking here, we also have a harness. We have several different types of pelvic belts. And then we also have these positioning straps up here for the harness. So these will ensure the harness remains in place for the child. All right, so that's just about everything for the Flexx Adapt. If you'd like to learn more about it, you can see all the features online, www.karmamedical.com, or you can contact your local Karma dealer. Thank you all for viewing the introduction of the Flexx Adapt. My name is Matt, and I'll see you next time.